Real quick, I wanted to give my perspective on housing. I know housing is due like on May 1st or something, so I'm just going to talk about the Quad, Hill, New College House, and Kings Court, because those are the 4 I know the most about. I'm gonna just preface this. This is very like general overview. There are a lot of videos online if you want to see what the dorms actually look like. I'm going to talk more about student life and student perspectives as well. I live in the Quad. It is the oldest of the dorms. It is very historic. It consists of Fisher, Reapy, and Ware, and I really like it. I've had a great experience this year. Because it is the oldest, people definitely complain about how, I guess, like, the rooms aren't super clean, the bathrooms aren't great compared to the newer dorms on campus, and I have to agree. I can't brag about our rooms or bathrooms. What I do love about the Quad, though, is the location. It's close to nursing and Huntsman, so if you're in Wharton or nursing, it's, like, perfect for you. As well as it's pretty central to everything on campus, which is convenient because I don't like walking a lot. I love the greenery outside. There are always squirrels playing around. It's very different from other dorms on campus in that it's like an open dorm, I would say. Whereas like Hill or New College House, it's like a physical building. So if you want to go to any floor you want, you can just like wear your pajamas and your slippers and it's fine. But if you're in the Quad, if you want to walk outside, you have to like put on shoes, put on a jacket. It's a little different. It's not as convenient to hang out with friends because there just aren't that many communal spaces as compared to Hill. I'm going to do a lot of comparisons to Hill, you'll see. A lot of people are like, oh, Quad is the place to be, it's the freshman experience. I think it's kind of dying down with the creation of new dorms. I think those are a lot more fit for hanging out with friends, for collaboration. Whereas the Quad, it's a lot more easy to feel, I guess like alone, because you don't really see people hanging out in the halls compared to Hill. However, I like the Quad because I think it's the best balance between social and also your own space. I'm an introvert, so I like to keep things quiet. I sleep early. I think if I were in a more social dorm like Hill, I would struggle with, I guess, just like being overwhelmed with people constantly around you, having a quiet space. And the Quad also has plenty of singles, so for the most part, if you want a single, you can get one in the Quad, and I really value that. I love my dorm. I'm super close to them. And I guess I have to say, like, some dorms are going to be more social than others, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to make friends. It's all on your own initiation. It's very possible to have a great experience at any dorm on campus. So that's the Quad. Quad's great. I love it, the Quad, for the location. Room-wise, maybe Hill or New College House has much nicer rooms and bathrooms, but I can live with the Quad rooms. Next up, Hill. I think Hill is the new freshman experience. It is so social. And it's because of the building style. Everything is together, it's very clean, livable. You're always gonna see people, whether it's in the dining hall or in the hallways, and everyone I know is super tight with their floors. So if you want that social experience and like being around people 24/7, Hill is definitely the place to be. Quad would be second up to Hill. I think what's great about Hill is it's so new. There's so many great facilities. There's gym or like gym dance rooms in there. There are plenty of group study rooms. It's just really convenient. I know kids in the winter, they don't even leave Hill because there's food, there's study spots, everything they need is in Hill. And I think it's really comfortable and fun to live in. I know a lot of people who are more on the quiet, introverted side too who live in Hill, and they're doing great. So Hill and Quad, I think, are the 2 most popular freshman choices. And I think both have their pros and cons. I think both are great. Hill's location, however, is a little far off, especially from nursing. But then again, Penn is such a small campus that I'm just lazy and think that things are really far. But it's like, I don't know, maybe like a 5-6 minute fast walk to nursing, so it's not bad at all. Yeah, Hill's great. I live in the Quad, but I'm in Hill all the time because I'm visiting friends. So that just goes to say, like, if you live in one place, that doesn't mean that you can't go to other places. Whenever I need to be more social or want to meet people, then I'm down in Hill. Next up is New College House. New College House is so, like, you're like living in a hotel. That's the only way I can say it. It's suite style. So whereas Quad and Hill are going to be singles and doubles mostly, for New College House, you're going to be suite style. So you live with, I think, 6 people. Each of you have singles, share a bathroom, share a living room. And it's really convenient in that sense because you have your own space. You have a single and you don't share a bathroom with too many people. Very clean. The living rooms all have like nice TVs in them. No kitchens, however. But I think the thing with New College House is that it's definitely a bit more isolated. It's not like open doors, like when you're going in Hill, you can like see everyone in the room or whatever. Rather, because it's suite, you kind of like go into your suite and then you kind of like close the door and don't see anyone else. So there are a lot of great facilities and I think it's really convenient to live there. A lot of people who live their freshman year end up living there the rest of their years here at Penn, or at least for like sophomore year. So living standards wise, it is up there. Especially Hill is like up here, just a little lower, and then Quad is like, but you live with Quad. And yeah, so I think New College House, like, it's great, but I think when you're choosing your college dorm, you definitely want to think about the trade-offs, whether you want a more social dorm for, I guess, more comfort, maybe like more cleanliness, versus location wise. And I think overall all the dorms are great. Lastly, I have to talk about King's Court. King's Court has the best dining hall from my experience. I go there every day for breakfast. King's Court is absolutely great. I think it's a really tight community. I always see the same group of people like eating breakfast together, and I think that's the cutest thing ever. There are a lot of different programs and residential programs in King's Court. The only thing about King's Court is that it's a little far off. It's close to like Hill and New College House, but it can be a little far from like nursing or Huntsman, but far is like relative to everyone. I think it's great. The rooms are decently sized. They have the most bathroom stalls out of any dorm I've seen on campus. And I think I just really value the community there, even though I don't live there. The dining hall staff are the nicest. The food there is the best. For breakfast, they have like all these berries when it's like the middle of winter. They have like shakshuka sometimes, which is like this tomato with like egg thing. It's so great. Anyways, I love King's Court breakfast. That is where all my dining swipes go. So I think King's Court is a great option as well. They didn't have AC this year, but they should be installing it over the summer. So that should help out. I think overall, yeah, like people who live in King's Court are really prideful of it, and I think it's a great community. So that's my general overview of the 4 dorms I know the most about. So Quad, Hill, New College House, and King's Court, and I think they're all great to rank. Okay, last thing, singles versus doubles. So if you want, singles are very, very rare in Hill. Rather than New College House, it's all singles. Quad, it's feasible to get it's very doable to get a single if you want a single, and that's something I valued about Quad. One thing that happened for me actually is I applied with my friend from home for a double, and then they actually gave us 2 singles next to each other. So that was like the best possible option because we both had our singles, yet we were still so close to each other. I think a single is nice because you have your own space. It's nice sometimes coming home, you don't need to see anyone else, you just like flop in bed. But other people like the double life. For the most part, a lot of people recommend doubles. If you want a double, Hill will be perfect for you. There are plenty of doubles in the Quad as well. And King's Court, I believe, is mostly doubles. And it's pretty spacious in there as well. So yeah, there's my rundown. Let me know if you have any questions down below. I know housing is due soon, so this is super last minute, but yeah. Housing. Overall though, Penn housing is great. There are a lot of different options, and I think it's fun no matter what. Wherever you live, you could have a great experience.